freaky friends. This is Margaret.
And this is Colleen.
And we're the Cousins Weird. Yay!
And we're hoping our recording sounds better this time than last.
I'm just happy. We're recording. It's a Saturday morning.
It's a Saturday morning. We're drinking coffee. Here, you should put your coffee by you, Margaret.
I should. For my birthday, I ordered...
Listen to the creaky bed.
I got some Amazon money, and I ordered myself a cold brew maker, which is basically a French press, which I have, 3 French presses at home. But this one's specifically for making cold brew. Yeah. And I do like that it's plastic, because you're not putting heat in it, so you don't have to worry about it cracking. And it has, a lid that doesn't have the plunger, so, when you're just soaking it with a cold...
Right, when they're brewing.
Yeah, it's just sitting in there, and you don't have to worry about film or anything.
Okay, there is mowing happening outside, too, so I'm sure that's getting picked up also.
It's all right. But yeah, so I brought in some cold brew that I made. So, Instagram... I don't use it for much other than videos of Pedro Pascal
I know where we're going with this.
Liking pictures of Pedro Pascal and following Pedro Pascal. Oh, and Mark Hamill, I follow him too. And some other people, I don't really use it for much of anything. I don't post on Instagram, but Instagram. Colleen and I we'll share
things back and forth.
Right now it's been a lot of Pedro Pascal, but I've had a huge crush on Pedro Pascal since Game of Thrones. Most of you probably know that if you listen to this podcast on the regular.
Mm-hmm.
So, every day I look, you have message requests on Instagram. And seriously, one day there were 10 requests, all from accounts claiming to be Pedro Pascal. And I'm like, I follow his account, and I know what his account is called, right? It's Pascal is Punk, is his Instagram.
And right? It has the verified check next to it.
And these ones are all I don't communicate with my real account. This is my separate account, or I'm his I'm one of his people that promotes him, or his assistant, or whatever, or it's women trying to get in touch with me on his behalf, and I'm like, why? And it's every week I have 5 requests. And one day I had different requests. They were all from different people, and 2 of them were cut and pasted the same exact thing.
The same people.
Trying to tell me, I'm like, what is the goal here? Do I just scream sad middle-aged woman who will fall for anything? Seriously. And I'm like, I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. That's and I just I don't even answer them. I just block them.
Yeah.
Instantly. But they're not ending. It's I just looked today and I had 2 more. Why?
It's crazy.
Colleen likes shit from him, and she's not having people...
I don't like shit from a lot of people, and no one's sending me nothing.
I don't understand.
The only thing I get is that, anything I post, and it happens on our podcast page, too. Anything you post, these spammers find a hashtag... Promote it here. So my personal account now starts doing that, because I've been posting about my health journey. So I have, specific... hashtags that I'm using probably that they follow. So they get promote it here. And I one day was I'm going to see what it does when you do that. So what I did was I just forwarded my last post. It was I had 7 of them comment, promote here. So I sent it to one and I sent it to the other. I just sent it to their DMs, right? Just to see what would happen. And it's oh my God, I shouldn't have done that, because it's I keep getting messages and they say, oh, we'll promote you to everyone. You're going to have at least 500 followers. It's not for free, first of all.
Oh yeah.
Second of all, and I didn't respond, and I keep on getting, I have to block them because I keep on getting things that say, are you interested? Then just question marks. I'm if you were a professional place, that is not how you would behave.
No.
You just wouldn't. You wouldn't be are you interested? And, keep bugging the
want
person.
to answer one of these people and pretend that I think it's really
fun. Just
to see
play it out.
What is their end goal?
You should. Let's play it out, and we can post the picture.
Ask me for money. Pedro Pascal doesn't need my money.
But that's what happened.
What do they want? I don't understand.
I don't either. It's very odd, because I've never had that happen with a famous person.
We can have you meet him, and it costs $500. You have to send it to us in an Amazon gift card.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be it.
It's no.
That will be it. It'll be something like that, where they're trying to get you to give them something so that you can meet him, is what it'll boil down to.
Yeah. Did I talk about my new cats last time?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, it was great when you got them.
Yes. And now we have the female cat is not as lovable as she was. She's not mean. She's just solitary. She sleeps in the bathtub. So you get a weird cat. And I think she gets really hot. And so I think she doesn't
It's probably
She's
cool
not laying on us anymore, but she likes to lay near us, and she likes to be pet, but she's not purring like she was. She doesn't make the biscuits like she was, but she just lays around. She just lays and sleeps. She doesn't do much else. Like she eats and she poops in the litter box, which is great, and then she lays in the tub. And of course, Jackson, my son, who's 19, he's like, something's wrong with this cat. I'm like, nothing's wrong with this cat, Jackson. She's just weird. I go, we have nothing to base any comparison.
Right.
I go, think about, we had a calico before, and we'd had her for a long time, and she liked to sleep in the sink.
Yeah. So some cats like to sleep
maybe it's a weird long-haired calico cat disorder. They like to sleep in hard metal water containers. Like, I don't understand.
Lee's cat, my brother's cat's weird, and he loves the water. Like, when Lee's doing dishes, he can't keep him out of the sink in the water.
I took a shower, and then I had to kick the cat out of the tub to take a shower. And then when I was done, she came back. I'm like, the floor of this is wet. It's all wet in here. She didn't care. She just laid in it.
She liked it.
Laid it wet. I'm like, okay, you weird cat. So he's like putting the food bowl in the water dish in there for her. I'm like, so I'm just afraid. I go, Jackson, she's using the litter box. So she gets out of the tub and comes in the litter box
to the bathroom,
and then goes back and lays down. I go, you don't need to put the food in there. Like, she's fine.
No, he's worried.
But yeah. We only got a couple weeks left of school.
Yeah, kids are gone, but I'm working this summer. But I'm only working, I'm not working on Wednesday, so I'm working 32 hours instead of 40. So that'll be good.
Yeah. Keep you busy. Yeah. Get you paid.
The money coming in. It's nice.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to work. I don't have a little kid at home anymore. It's not like he's an adult. I don't need to have the whole summer off. And it's pretty...
But, most people don't have the summer off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I've never had summer off.
Right. And this is the first one in 15 years I've had to work. So, and, even teachers that, other teachers I know will take another job in the summer because they just want the income.
My dad used to work at 4-H Campo Basso in the summertime.
A lot of people do that. And I don't need to be home and...
No. So, should we get into this?
We probably should.
All right. This was something I had never heard of before, and I was reading a book, which I'll link in the notes, and I forgot to write the title of it down, but it was like Weird Phenomenon or something like that. We're going to go back in time a little bit. As the sun rose in the sky on a day in September in 1741.
Ooh, that was a long time ago. A bit.
A strange phenomenon occurred. Gossamer threads rained down like a blizzard that covered 3 towns in Hampshire, England. This is the town of Bradley, Selborne, and Alresford. Alresford. A-L-R-E-S-F-O-R-D.
Ford.
Yeah. Alresford. An account of this occurrence was written in a letter by a witness around 4 years later. And it reads, and I'm going to read the clip from my thing, so just give me 1 second. As the morning advanced, the sun became bright and warm, and the day turned out one of those most lovely ones which no season but the autumn produces. Cloudless, calm, serene, and worthy of the south of France itself. This is England. Sorry, I was getting confused there. About 9 in the morning, a very unusual appearance began to demand our attention. A shower of cobwebs falling from a very elevated regions and continuing without any interruption till the close of the day. Mm. These webs were not single filmy threads floating in the air in all directions, but perfect flakes or rags, some near an inch broad, which 2.5 centimeters, and 5 or 6 inches long, between 13 and 15 centimeters, which fell with a degree of velocity which showed they were considerably heavier than the atmosphere. On every side, as the observer turned his eyes, might he behold a continual succession of fresh flakes falling into his sight, and twinkling like stars as they turned their sides toward the sun.
Wow.
Neither before nor after was any such fall observed, but on this day the flakes hung in the trees and hedges so thick that a diligent person sent out might have gathered baskets full.
Wow.
So, this account... This was by one of the people who lived in one of these towns that witnessed this happen.
Yes.
And nobody knew what it was or what... They knew nothing about it. They're like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Can you imagine in the 1700s?
No.
You'd think, this is a sign from God. What's going on?
I would be thinking the end of times are coming if it happened today. Why is this happening?
People have counted this recently.
What?
This happens, like, all over the world.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god. I don't like it.
They call this substance they refer to as angel hair or silicaceous cotton, star jelly. They have all these weird names for this.
Okay.
Stuff. And it sometimes it has different people that witness it. It varies a little bit sometimes. Like, we have this one, which says it's like pieces.
Fibrous rags.
Right. Sometimes it's like more filmy.
Okay.
And sometimes it's more like it changes form as it hits the ground.
Okay.
It's really odd. Since this report, back in the 1700s, this phenomenon has been reported across the globe, like North America, Canada, United States, Australia, New Zealand, and different countries in Western Europe.
Crazy.
South Australia in 1914, people claim to have seen this angel hair between 15 centimeters to 23 centimeters long.
Wow.
Once it hit the ground, it dissolved. It disappeared,
right.
dissipated. It happened again 3 weeks later. The falling, because I don't want to call it rain, because it's not really rain.
Yeah.
It's just this stuff falling out there. Then they said this falling lasted an hour the last time. Like, an hour. Like, I'd be hiding in my house, like, what the hell's going on?
I'm not going out there.
1950, in South Philadelphia, 2 police officers were on patrol, and they observed what they thought was a parachute falling from the sky. After it landed, they found it to be about 1.8 meters long and glowed with an iridescence.
Ooh.
When they touched it, it dissolved into an odorless, sticky residue, and it was completely dissolved in about 25 minutes.
Aliens.
Some people think.
I think.
1952, Southwest France, Oloron, Saint Marie. This occurrence, there's a couple, I think I might have linked a video about this. Because there's like a really cool mini documentary on YouTube that a guy talks about this. And there were many observers to this and many witnesses to this occurrence in France. One of the year? People, it was 1952.
Okay, so
right?
Not that long ago.
About the same time as Call the Midwife is stationed in England, you know. I am a huge Call the Midwife fan.
Yeah. People
need to watch it. It's amazing. I digress. One of the people that witnessed this was the headmaster of a school, and he first thing he observed was an oblong object flying through the sky. And he said it was undefinable. It was something he'd never seen before. He had no idea what it was, but there's this weird cylindrical oblong object flying through the sky a few kilometers up in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
After this sighting, weird trails started to fall from the sky. These strange, like, traily, fibrous things, right? They were gelatinous and dissolved into vapor, these things. So
gelatinous.
They were like a weird gelatinous,
Ew.
And then they just dissolved, and they turned into,
they
just poof, poof, gone. There have been many reports like this from across the world, sometimes describing it falling in flakes or stuck together in large balls. Sometimes they glow and have a substance at first, and others are more gelatinous. Most describe it as like a spider web.
Okay.
But has no form when they touch it. It doesn't feel like anything. Like, it looks like a spider web, but then when they go to touch it, it just dissolves away, which spider webs don't do that. They stick.
No. I wish they did, but they don't.
Some theorize that they are spider webs from migrating spiders that have flown up into, like, wind gusts in the clouds.
And just spit out
and they're floating through the air. Ew! Like, ew. I actually this is something that happens in Australia where people will wake up in the morning and their whole fields will be covered with cobwebs. And I shared a picture of it and it's terrifying. I'm like, gross. No thanks.
I'm telling you, Australia's wild. There's no way you could pay me to go to Australia.
No.
The size of the things that live there.
Spiders, snakes,
bats.
Most of the poisonous, venomous creatures in the world live in Australia.
No, thank you.
They have.
I'm sorry, or if you're from Australia and you're listening to this, I'm not coming to see you.
2/3 of the venomous creatures live in Australia.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys are wild. Too wild for me. I don't like that.
All I can say, platypus. What the hell?
Yeah, what is a platypus?
That's a definite Darwinian mistake.
Yeah.
It's like a duck-billed mammal that lays eggs and has a stinger. What the hell? It has fur.
Don't they have like a forked penis too, or something crazy?
I don't know.
I don't like it.
No.
I'm sorry to any Australian listeners.
A platypus is not in any way intelligent design.
No.
It's not.
Poor little thing.
It's like Darwin's grab bag. They just shoved everything.
Well, this is what we got left.
We'll just make this. There you go.
This is what's left. We'll just put them all together.
They're cute, though.
They are very cute.
But they're really weird.
But I'm still not going to go visit them.
I'm not going to die just by walking outside.
No.
Get off the plane, you can get stung by something.
How do you survive there?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe this phenomenon is caused by atmospheric electricity that polarizes dust particles.
I like that.
Sticks them together.
I like that description.
And it would
much
make
better.
Maybe it's glitter.
I like it.
Yeah. Most accounts of this phenomenon just happen to coincide with UFO sightings. Or manifestations of the Virgin Mary. Maybe that's why they call it angel hair. So, like, people say, oh my god, I saw the Virgin Mary on this hill over here. And then all of a sudden, these horrible, white, filmy spiderweb things rain down on Earth. That's not a good sign. I'm sorry.
I don't like that.
There has been basically no research on these particles. There has been some supposed research. And little reliable data has been obtained due to its tendency to dissolve upon contact.
Right, so they can't...
How can you collect something that dissolves as soon as you touch it? There is, however, a research analyst named Phyllis Buttinger. She's from Ohio. She has accessed 4 supposed samples of the substance found in North America, dated as far back as, I think, 1977. But she's like, in 1977, found in Los Gatos, California. It was stored in airtight glass jars, and they weren't tested until 1998. Like, somebody had collected it.
Were able to collect it without
and forgot about it, and then it was rediscovered in 1998.
So when was it collected?
She had 4 samples of the stuff. One was this first one was 1977, okay. And the next one was collected in 1999 by a man who drove through it following on his car in Sacramento, California. So he collected some of it then.
Okay.
I'm not sure how, it didn't say. In Burlington, West Virginia, in the year 2000, a woman was in her house, and it was at night. She heard a strange droning sound from outside. And upon inspection, when she got back outside, I don't know if it was the next day or after she heard this noise, she went out with her dog. And the substance, she said, upon inspection, the substance turned into goo.
Ew!
And both the woman and her dog got sick after coming into contact with it. Didn't say they died or anything, they just got really sick.
I don't like it.
I would get sick just from
if it turned to goo. Ew.
And in 1981, in Shenandoah, Iowa, there was a 6-hour fall following a UFO sighting. So, like,
aliens! I'm telling you, I believe it.
She discovered under microscopic evaluation of these 4 samples that they were bundles of fibers, thinner than spider silk, and did not contain the droplets that are present in most spider webs that make it sticky. Mm-hmm. It didn't have that, and it was a lot finer than a spider's web. All samples had similar molecular structure and were described as a polymer containing protein amide type linkages.
It's alien spunk, Margaret.
Their finding pointed it as being from a biological source.
Alien.
She indicated
sperm.
That to further study this stuff, she would need a broader database of samples from different locations and countries from around the world, from different times of year. Because even though all the samples that she collected in the United States were all from different areas and all from different years, they were all collected in October.
Oh.
Isn't that odd?
That's when they come to see us. The view's probably better because
it's Halloween, so they can walk around and people don't know that they're...
And it's probably pretty, the foliage.
Mm-hmm. Depending on where you go.
Is it foliage? Did I say that?
Yeah. November 2nd, 1959, in Evora, Portugal, some of this mystery substance was collected, and after microscopic analyzation, first by a local teacher and eventually by armed forces technicians and the University of Lisbon scientists. So these are like, some of these people are legitimate scientists. Not to say that a local teacher is a legitimate scientist, but
well, yeah, they did, their whole life is doing that.
It was determined that the angel hair that they found in this Portugal was from an unknown insect.
What?
Yes, they said this is from an insect but we don't know what insect.
An alien insect.
Or a single cell. It could be also a single-celled organism.
I don't like that either.
Other samples have been examined and found to be from a plant or vegetable source. Like, a lot of this is, like, is it real conjecture? Or is this all made up? You know what I mean? Like, because everyone's like, it dissolves as soon as you touch it. But how are these people getting samples of it?
If it dissolves when you touch it.
Maybe it's something with human contact with your hand.
Maybe. Or it could be, like, what the environment is like at the time it falls. Like, is it warm? Is it humid? Is it, you know? Or
it could be from UFOs.
I think it's alien sperm.
A lot of people
they're just, like, ejaculating over us.
By excess energy surrounding the craft being converted into matter.
Okay.
And then, or ionized air sleeting off the electromagnetic field surrounding the craft. And that's why it has a weird substance, and then as soon as it falls, it dissipates and it turns into vapor. The jelly thing is weird.
Yeah.
In 2014, someone in Portugal seems to have captured this mysterious phenomenon on a video.
Oh.
But all links to this video lead to a video that is no longer available. And I've heard some people say this video is actually of spiders that migrate, because spiders will
fly.
Will squirt their web out and fly in the air.
Yeah, it's so
But can you imagine, this would be millions of spiders at once doing this all together. And I'm like, that seems a bit... And if this was true, when they would land,
you would find spiders.
They wouldn't disappear. The webs wouldn't disappear.
Right, and wouldn't you see a bunch of spiders?
And they also said that of the particulates that they have collected, there have been no spider parts in them.
Right.
So
there'd be some kind of spider something.
They also said, and I think this might have been from the Portugal one, that the substance, one witness claims to have sent some of the substance to be analyzed, and it came alive when exposed to UV light.
What?
Yes, and they said in this one documentary on the Portugal one,
I can't.
Or the France one, they're like, they looked at it under a microscope, and it was like little organisms with tentacles. And that when they put it between two slides of glass, the tentacles moved out to protect them from being squished.
What?
Yes. And they're like, because of where they were in France and the political and religious temperature of the area, that they decided to, like, we're just going to put this aside and not think about it. So, but then there was a fire in this, where it was being stored, and all the samples were destroyed.
Of course they were.
So a lot of this is conspiracy theory regarding UFOs. Though the report in the 1700s from England, I kind of believe it, because it was like such a big area and so many people witnessed it, and they're like, what is this shit? I mean, it could be from spiders, but it wouldn't have, you know what I mean? But yeah, so this was, I thought was interesting.
That's crazy. I don't like the idea of any of the things it could be, to be honest with you. So
I don't either.
If that happens here, I am not leaving my house ever again.
I have it in Philadelphia.
I'm never leaving my home again. I will be the
I don't want spider webs falling on my head from up in the sky.
I don't want something falling from the sky that I don't know what it is.
If it turns, if once it touches me, it turns into gelatinous substance, I'm
gonna cut my arm off.
But I guess it disappears and then it's gone.
I don't like any of it. The thoughts of it make me want to puke a little bit.
I had never heard of it until
I've never heard of it, and I can't believe it. I thought it was a one-time deal, and then you're like, no, it keeps happening.
Oh no, it happens frequently.
That's so gross. I can't.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. But the name of this book was Marvels and Mysteries of the Unexplained.
Oh, that's always fun.
By Karen Farrington.
Karen Farrington.
And it's like the first thing in here that she talks about. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to read this book. And it was like the very first chapter was on angel hair. I'm like, angel hair? And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I got to do this.
That is really cool. Yeah. I'm just like trying to, and the fact that it's not like it's happened, the videos, you can't see it.
Why?
Because it's aliens and they're trying to hide it from us.
See?
I think it's alien stuff, and even if it's alien stuff, I want no part of that.
Alien spunk.
That's what I'm telling you.
It could be some weird thing that just it could be their exhaust from their...
True, we don't know what... they wouldn't know what they...
What are they using to burn? Maybe they're using some kind of insect parts as fuel.
Yeah. We don't know what aliens use for their shit. Isn't it awful that we call people that immigrate here aliens? Why do we do that? Why do we
They're illegal aliens.
Why do we dehumanize them people?
Well, it's because that's how people are. So, like, most of these people who call them aliens don't think of them as humans anyway.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting. We were all aliens.
We're all immigrants. We're all
humans.
We're all humans, and our ancestors did not start here unless you're a Native American.
But even Native American, like people, the indigenous tribes from this area, they emigrated here too because...
Oh, yeah.
Science,
over land.
Like, the first humans were from Africa.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of spread out. So how can you say they don't belong here? They belong here just as much as
you don't belong here because you're an asshole.
Right.
That's my theory on it.
Everybody belongs everywhere.
Speaking of people and dumbness, and things, I wanted to say this in the beginning, Happy Pride Month.
Oh,
I'm only saying dumbness is because there's so many stupid people out there that are so ignorant and hate pride that makes no sense to me and they just don't get it. And my goal this month is to put on my social media education of why pride is important to this day.
I can't stand all these snowflakes who are triggered by rainbows.
It's the most ridiculous thing. And the people about the Target, the baby onesies that say love on them. Oh my God.
In a rainbow. It's like,
we're indoctrinating our children. Do you know that you're born gay, right? Like that. There's no indoctrination there.
Indoctrination.
I can't say that word.
Then you shouldn't bring your kids to church because that's indoctrinating.
Oh, 100%. That is 100%.
100%.
Yeah, like
anything
you're sharing your belief with someone.
My husband and I were vegan, and we raised our kids as vegan. Until they were old enough to make their own. Like, I want to eat that, then eat it. Like, it's your choice. But we didn't eat it, so like.
Right. But that was a form of doctrine. I can't say that word.
It's like everybody teaching your children
a belief system.
Right. Is indoctrinating.
It's not indoctrinating your child when you're telling them scientific facts.
Or even just telling them, be kind to everybody. Be kind to people just because they're not like you does not make them less than you.
And if they're not like you, don't be afraid of that.
Right.
And that's where a lot of this comes from. These people are afraid of something they don't understand or that's not like them because that makes them feel insecure.
But the thing that bothers me the most is this part of the Bible that most of these people
use it too.
That same chapter in the Bible talks about men not being around women when they're menstruating because they're unclean.
Yeah.
So do you believe that too? Because you should. If you believe one, you should believe the other. They're from the same freaking chapter.
We can't take bits and pieces of something as truth, but not other pieces of it.
You can't cherry pick it.
No.
You know, it's either all of it or none of it. So you better believe all of it and not just the parts.
And you better obey your husband and you better do all those things.
And if you don't give your husband a son, you better let him take a second wife.
Yeah.
To give him one.
So there's lots of things that people just need to calm their tits. I'm just disgusted with humanity.
I'm disgusted too. I'm like, you know what? If that book is teaching all this hate, I want nothing to do with it.
No, me either.
I want nothing to do with the people preaching it either.
Well, the problem is, you should never use your religious beliefs to justify your hatred ways. Like, if that's, then you're an immoral, bad person. If that you're using
You're no different
religion
than people from Al-Qaeda using their religion.
Exactly.
To blow up buildings.
Exactly.
That go against...
If your beliefs are not based in science or fact, your beliefs are not based in science or fact, using that to disparage and harm marginalized people, you're not a good person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If that is you, stop listening to our podcast.
I mean, I don't care about offending someone because I don't want them listening to us anyway. If they're that kind of person.
If that offends you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Go find out why that's upsetting to you. Because then maybe you'll do some self-reflection and open your mind.
Someone told them that at church. They need to be offended by it, and that's why they have to do it, because they told them to.
And and the thing that really, or the people that are really disgusting are the ones on social media, like, trying to push this agenda that the gay
was a Walmart
community.
Well, I'm not shopping at Walmart or Target. Where the hell are you going to shop? Go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Get all your stuff at Hobby Lobby. Well, guess what? You're just going to be handcrafting your own clothes out of yarn and fake grass and shit.
And the thing is, I don't care. Like, there's places I won't shop because of whatever, and everyone has the right to do that. And you totally have the right to do that. You totally have the right to do that. But you got to be informed. And to push, like, these people on social media that are making these videos about how I'm not shopping at Walmart because they had a rainbow on a baby's onesie, they're doing it for views and popularity.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're spreading a hateful message just to become famous.
And you know what? I'm not a Christian. I'm not a religious person in that respect. And you can buy Bibles and stuff at Walmart. I'm still going to shop there because you know what? You have a right to believe what you want to believe. But if they're not overtly discriminating against their employees because their religion says they can, I'm fine. Yeah. That's why I won't shop at Hobby Lobby and I won't shop at Chick-fil-A. Not that Chick-fil-A is hurting me at all because I don't eat any of that shit anyway. Right. I can get French fries anywhere, you know? Right.
Everyone has a right to decide where they want to shop and for what their beliefs are. But you got to really look inside yourself if your beliefs are hurting a marginalized community. Think about why.
Well, they don't care.
Why?
The thing is, these people want them marginalized.
Like, because then they feel like they get more. People think that if we give rights to everyone, it takes it from them, and that's not how that works.
You know what? What's going to happen is all these bigots and assholes are going to move to Florida because their beliefs, and all the people who are feeling marginalized are going to move away from Florida, and then some hurricane's going to come and take Florida away. So that is karma telling all you people that you suck. Yeah. I will miss Disney, but Disney can rebuild because they make billions of dollars.
Exactly.
So this woman who's not shopping at Walmart because they have rainbow onesies Walmart's so gonna miss her.
I know.
Her
and I'm not even a Walmart fan.
I mean, I shop at Walmart, but I mean, when we were younger, we didn't because of being young and corporate greed. So, but they're all corporate greed.
They are.
If they're a corporation, they're greedy. It just goes.
I mean, there's a whole other aspect to that, but doing it, and again, you can decide where you're going to shop and what you're going to do based on what your scruples are in life and what you hold as a priority. But you really got to take a look at why your priority is to make groups of people to suppress them or make them evil.
You know what's funny? They are the reason why we have Pride Month.
Exactly.
It's like, you don't like Pride Month? You're the reason why there is a Pride Month.
Exactly.
Because you don't like gay people and want them suppressed and to go back in the closet and to get put in jail for being gay.
And go to conversion therapy, and it's a choice. And no one's going to... First of all, why would you choose that where you have people that hate you? Why would you choose that?
You wouldn't.
And let me tell you, if being gay was a choice, I'd be way gay. I'd be so gay. So if it was a choice, I would choose that. Okay? So it's ridiculous. And I could just go on all day.
We're on a tangent, but that's okay. It's Pride Month.
Yeah. Pride Month. And those things were glittery and sparkly and rainbowy that came down. So maybe they aren't bad.
Maybe it was the aliens were gay and they were
maybe they were just like
electromagnetism made the glitter stick together.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. So anyway, happy Pride Month. This is a fun month.
Go to a bunch of drag shows.
I got lots of fun stuff planned.
Share all those pictures that are out. They did AI pictures of all the conservative Republicans how they would look like in drag, and they're glorious.
Let me tell you, they look way better than they do not in drag.
Ron DeSantis in drag.
Better than they do normally. So they should probably do it.
One that was the worst though was
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz was pretty terrible. No,
Ted Cruz's face is
Turtle.
Oh, good McConnell.
McConnell. That one was like, oh my god! I think I know someone that looks like him.
Yeah. It's just, it's funny.
Pence was the best though because he didn't look like any different.
I know he looked exactly the same.
Himself with just makeup and a dress on.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
He needs a better contour, Pence, because that face needs some help.
And he needed a wig.
Yeah.
Although he was very Susan Powder.
He did have some Susan Powder, but she was way cooler than him.
Way cooler, but yeah. Go on Facebook and look up the AI drag conservative Republicans. It's
hysterical.
Totally worth your time.
Yeah, hysterical.
I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard. It's great. All right,
friends. We're going to be at AnchorCon August 19th and 20th. We're going to do a live recording as soon as you know which day that'll be. We'll let you know. So if you want to get your tickets to come, you can be part of our audience for that. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram because we're going to share on there what, what day it is, and we'll keep telling you to remind you to get your tickets. And we also share pictures from our episodes, so you can put a picture to what we talk about, because a lot of time we try to describe it, but you need to see the picture, either to be horrified or amazed. You don't know what is going to happen, but it's one or the other.
Oh, yes, definitely. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can send us an email at thecousinsweird@gmail.com. Or you can send us a direct message through Instagram or Facebook. We would love for you to reach out to us, to share some of your stories. If you've got an alien encounter,
have you seen spider webs falling from the sky? Like, I want to know.
Yeah, let us know. If you've ever encountered any weird phenomenon like that.
Yeah. That stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to do an episode where we interview our dads and my brother who have seen a UFO. They actually saw 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to do an interview with them eventually, so you can hear
we'd like to do it this summer at some point, this spring or late spring, early summer. So we're not sure if it's going to be available for everybody or only our Patreon.
Yeah, so
it'll be fun. So. Yeah, check that out. We'll have some more content being uploaded to our Patreon page this month.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get better about that because we kind of haven't added anything in a little while.
We're just busy people, and we have good intentions, and we promise. So sometimes things fall through the cracks because we're trying to do this plus work full-time jobs and families and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate you continuing to support us, even just sharing our episodes and, telling your friends about it, and you just come back and listen. Like, the fact you keep listening, that's pretty amazing.
We love that. Yeah, so give us a rating on your podcast platform of choice. Rate us, subscribe to us, and all that.
If you want to support our podcast, go to patreon.com/thecousinsweird for $1 a month to become a terrible trender. No, you become a freaky friend for $1 a month, and you get a sticker and bonus episodes. And for $5 a month, you get a terrible trender status, and you get bonus episodes, you get ad-free episodes, you get a yearly gift, a sticker, and then a quarterly chat with us, where we pop in, we send the date out on our Patreon, and we let you know when we are going to be available.
We don't always give you that much notice, because sometimes we don't know.
Yeah. When we got a chance. When we got a chance to do it, we throw it out there.
It's almost the end of the month, Colleen. We gotta
So we're going to do that quarterly, because we can be more diligent about that and have it more consistent if we have time to prepare.
Right.
So we're changing it to quarterly, but I think that's okay because people are busy.
Yes.
So
we're all busy.
All
right. So I think that's a wrap. Stay freaky.
Bye.
Bye.